I'm not gonna front to you guys, this is not the greatest setup in the world right here. It's my laptop that's charging, but this is just what I do. You know, I just leave wires and crap all over the floor because I'm not the cleanest person in the world, but you know what? It gets the job done, so it is what it is, I guess.
They say we can never travel back in time without a machine. Yet Connor O'Neill has done it using video games. On his great YouTube channel, Connor used his old video game console to create one of the best players in NFL history, himself. His story is of triumph and tragedy, and goes not only on the gridiron, but on the basketball court as well. He was a player, an owner, a coach, a friend, a mentor, and some even say a sociopath. But in the end, he was one of the greatest to ever do it. And this is his football life.
Connor, why are you wearing sunglasses indoors?
Because I can. I'm going to be an NFL Hall of Famer one day. And can't I just live my life? Edit that out. Edit that out. No, edit it out.
You're gonna be a football player. Today is the best day of your life. Believe it. He might be the finest quarterback produced in the last 10 years. He's a favorite. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Fortunately for me, I didn't live my life. I didn't live my job. Football convinced me that life is a team game.
Rest of your life. Nobody can ever tell you that you couldn't do it.
Connor's football life began at a young age, when he played recreational football in his hometown in New Jersey, with his father as head coach.
Yeah, playing football with my dad as the head coach was a really great thing for me. It was just such an experience to just be a part of a team, and I feel like a lot of the things that I did later on in life really contributed to the fact that I probably could have done more to try and make it to the NFL, but I just didn't really have the drive to do that. And that's a real big regret on my life.
Despite not having a size fit for football, Connor soon quickly realized he can live his sports star dream in a different manner.
I've always loved video games. Video games have always been such a huge passion of mine. So when the opportunity for me came to try and focus on building my own created character in a video game that I can play as, and I can put that person into the Hall of Fame and get a ton of views and money from YouTube, I just jumped at the opportunity. I knew that despite not being able to physically be a part of the NFL, I could be a part of something great in a different manner.
As Connor began his Madden 06 franchise mode series, he ran into some stumbling blocks along the way.
So they gave me an IQ test, and see, what had happened was that we were being timed with having to answer the questions in less than 2 minutes. And so because of the amount of pressure that was put on me, very unfair pressure mind you, I stumbled across a couple questions that I knew in my head I could answer with no problem, but because of the timing manner and the timing issues and me not being able to read the question correctly, there's a little something in my eye, and the light wasn't really the greatest that day. Like it kind of like shined into my eyes a little bit. I did not answer the questions thoroughly as much as I wanted to, which is why I scored so low on the IQ test. Had I scored higher enough, like 100% on that IQ test, I would have been the number one pick easily. And that's not me just like bragging, saying like, oh, I'm the greatest. I'm just saying that as just pure straight facts.
Connor was drafted in the 3rd round by the Carolina Panthers, but Connor's heart wasn't in it.
Yeah, look, Carolina's a fine town, you know, and a fine like state and city or whatever. I just, and it's nothing against those people. Those people are great. I was not ready and prepared to go to Carolina. Nothing against the organization as a whole. I mean, they're a good organization. It's just that it didn't really speak to me in the way that I would have wanted it to. It didn't really work out. There's no like secret agenda that I had against them. It was one of those things that just did not work out, and there's not really much that you can do once you're drafted, so I just had to make the most of it.
And so Connor started to slowly but surely amaze his team and fans with his work ethic and ability. However, he drew a lot of criticism for calling for the ball too much. Regardless, he helped lead his team to the NFC Championship game in his rookie year, facing a team that would soon become a part of his destiny. Coming up.
I just remember thinking that day that this isn't going to work. And I knew exactly from that point on what team was going to be a part of my life for the rest of my career and really ascend my journey to the top.
After the defeat at the hands of the Eagles, Connor knew what his next steps were to become the greatest wide receiver of all time.
So, I knew in that NFC Championship game, which was a heartbreaker. I mean, we did give it everything we had. It's just that it didn't really work out in the end. So, basically what I did in the Madden 06 video game was that I requested a lot of trades, and I had to do this multiple times and restart my console over and over again because the system just wouldn't let me get traded to the team that I wanted to, which was stupid, especially back in that time, but, you know, I digress. And so finally, after multiple attempts, I got traded to Philadelphia, and that's where the rest of my career started.
So you basically went to the team that beat you in the NFC Championship game.
Yes, I did.
So you basically pulled a Kevin Durant.
I mean, I wouldn't really call it that, but well, you see, here, turn the camera off, Sir, I need to talk to you for a second. Listen to me, okay? You are going to ask me some very proper questions that's going to really help out my image, okay? And you asking all these really dumbass questions, that doesn't help my image, okay? So don't you dare start doing that to me. You're going to make me look good, damn it. Make me look good. Whew, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, where were we? Yeah, so anyway, going to Philadelphia.
As a Philadelphia Eagle, Connor dazzled and amazed. For 7 consecutive seasons, Connor had over 75 receptions and over 1,000 plus yards receiving. His biggest accomplishment, however, came during the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl.
That was the biggest game, and that was against another team that hadn't won a Super Bowl in God knows how long, and probably never will in probably the next 50 years or something like that. But yeah, it was a game that I really shined through in, and it really helped out my team in the best way possible.
After his impressive Super Bowl win, Connor continued to set the standard for the modern NFL receiver, some even calling him the White Megatron. His work ethic and contributions earned him the league's Most Valuable Player award in 2009. But his journey was about to take an unexpected turn. Coming up.
I got a call from my cousin, Chris O'Reilly, and when he laid out that offer to me on the table, I couldn't believe it, but I knew that this was an opportunity I just could not pass up.
Connor's cousin Chris O'Reilly was a standout quarterback at Rutgers, becoming the first player in NCAA history to win 4 straight national championships. He lived life hard both on and off the field, and was a notorious drinker and gambler at many parties. In the brother versus brother Super Bowl, Chris O'Reilly came out on top, and then afterwards offered an interesting proposition.
So basically what happened is that my cousin Chris O'Reilly, he invested a lot of stock into businesses in LA, and those businesses like really started growing exponentially, and so he had enough money basically to own an NFL franchise. And originally he wanted to come play for me with the Eagles, but he decided that he wanted to share the wealth, and I really agreed with him. So I decided to let my amazing subscribers who subscribe to my YouTube channel, I wanted them to be a part of this organization and be a part of the Los Angeles Brotherhood. And that's where that whole thing took place. Basically, you could put in like whatever your name was, whatever position you wanted to play for, and you were part of the team. And you wanted to add accessories, go ahead. It's your choice, you know? That was the American dream. And that's something that myself and Chris O'Reilly, we helped build that together. We helped build a lot of careers in those 2 seasons. And that, man, those were some wild times.
The Los Angeles Brotherhood was formed with subscribers joining the team over time, and the subscribers proved to play well and overcome adversity despite being a brand new team in the NFL. And then, a greater threat came to ruin the Brotherhood's dominance.
So basically, what happened was that during the whole time travel thing, something got caught up in the system. There was like a glitch, and I don't know if you guys have seen the Matrix movies, but we had a little glitch in the system, and basically this evil entity, this evil force, this evil little virus kind of hijacked into our system and started taking over the videos that myself and my now fired video editor were, editing with those videos. And basically the Darkness, as they like to call themselves, they were an organization that wanted to kind of destroy and keep the whole integrity of the NFL. I'm not really sure what that means, but basically they did not want to see me winning. And neither my cousin Chris O'Reilly, they didn't want to see us winning too. And so basically we had to battle them head on. They took over the minds of, at the time, Commissioner Roger Goodell and other coaches and owners and players, and it was a little scary, but it was something that we had to accomplish together as cousin to cousin connection, and that was something that we overcame.
It was a battle for the human race. The Brotherhood defeated the Darkness in one of the greatest games of all time, and another Super Bowl was won for Connor.
That was one of the most nerve-wracking Super Bowls of my life. I mean, my cousin Chris O'Reilly was basically captured by the Darkness. They held him hostage, and I thought I lost him for sure at that time. But then he revealed that he was going to be okay, that the people that found out about the Darkness's headquarters, they got him out of there, and then he almost got wrecked in a car crash. But that's nor here nor there. But yeah, and then we just kind of moved on, and Chris O'Reilly just wasn't really feeling the football life, so other ventures were starting to come up.
Connor returned back to the Eagles with many different things changing in his life. He took a break from football for a while and focused on his old love of basketball, going back in time to help the New Jersey Nets win an NBA Finals with Chris O'Reilly as owner of the team. And then, the Darkness returned. The Nets beat the Spurs in the NBA Finals, but not without a sacrifice.
Being a head coach in basketball is definitely a lot different than it is in the NFL, but I adjusted to it very well because I'm the most awesome human being on earth. And basically what happened was that the Darkness returned. They took over former NBA Commissioner David Stern. They brought him back from the dead, but we beat him easily. And then after the NBA Finals, after we won the New Jersey Nets a championship, Chris O'Reilly had to sacrifice himself to defeat the Darkness by I'm sorry. No, Chris, why? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Chris. Chris, why?
After Chris O'Reilly's death, Connor couldn't move on with sports anymore. He decided to give his football career one more run and miraculously led the Eagles to one last Super Bowl. Coming up.
I don't know what their problem was when they said I was starting to become a disruption to the team, but they were just hating on my success, so it's whatever, I guess. after Chris O'Reilly's death, after he had to sacrifice himself to keep the darkness away from me, and I'll never forget that. But basically, I didn't really feel like playing anymore, and I wanted to let go of that one part of my life. And so I decided I'm just going to give it one last run with the Eagles. I signed like a 1-year deal with them to come out of football retirement and get back into the game. And it was a struggle at first, but me being one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history, I just wanted to make sure that that was something I was going to be able to accomplish. Just one more ring. One more ring on one of my fingers. I don't have the rings right now, but they're in my closet. I don't. I'll get those later to show you, maybe after this documentary and all that. But yeah, I just felt like it was time to close that chapter of my life. Things were different during that season. I had turned injuries on, and on top of that, I was really feeling the effects of that. I had a broken arm. I had a pinched nerve in my neck. My lower back was killing me. I even had a ruptured scrotum at one point. Don't ask me how that happened. I mean, they just gave me needles and stuff like that, and they fixed it. I was able to play after like 3 or 4 plays. You know, I don't really remember because I was in such aggravating pain. But I knew I could lead my team to the Super Bowl and give it one last run.
After 15 years in this universe of sports, Connor finally decided to go out on top and retired from football. He now lives with his wonderful dog Miller and works on his amazing YouTube channel and knows that one day he can return to this multiverse.
I think one day I am going to return to the multiverse. I might bring the subscribers back with me. I don't know about everything else, but I can't wait for that miraculous adventure. And yeah, it's going to be very, very exciting. Guys, I'm really sorry. I have to take this call. Hello.
Hey, Connor, this is NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell.
Oh God, no! It's the darkness again.
Oh no! Don't worry. It's not the darkness taking control of my body. It's actually Commissioner Roger Goodell here.
I'm really sorry about that, Mr. Commissioner. What can I do for you?
Well, you know our tradition where we have President and CEO of the Hall of Fame, David Baker, come by and knock on doors, right?
Yeah, I know that he usually knocks on doors. I don't really have a door right now, but
Yeah, unfortunately we could not send him over to tell you the news because of everything going on with COVID.
Yeah, no, I understand that part.
Yeah, but I just wanted to call you and let you know, first things is that congratulations. We would be so honored to welcome you to Canton, Ohio, and enter you into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You still with me?
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yes, Connor, I'm serious. We want to put you in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir, I accept. I cannot wait for the ceremony.
Okay, great. We're definitely glad to have you a part of this Hall of Fame for all your contributions to the game and what you're going to continue to do for the game.
Yes, sir. Thank you again so much. I mean, I knew I was going to make it anyway, but I just, that call that confirmed it, now it's really starting to set in. But thank you again so much, Mr. Goodell.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad you're confident about that, but yeah, again, congratulations.
Of course. Tell your wife I said hi. Okay, thanks, bye.
What?
Oh, man. I can't believe that. I guess good things come to those who wait, and, you know, being that I am the greatest, I knew I was gonna make it, so, you know, yeah. My football life, ladies and gentlemen, I am the greatest.